I became a surgeon. I was unhappy. I came to New Zealand. I did 2 years in research. I was still unhappy. I took a whole year off because I was so unhappy. I was not fulfilled. And I didn't realize why. I did not realize why I'm so unhappy. I went into IT, built an IT company, award-winning, still not happy. This year I turned 50. 50. And this year, in January, I woke up one morning and realized why I have been minimally happy all my life, not really understanding what passion or joy really is. And the reason was that I'd forgotten what I really wanted to do, which was to speak. So now I'm a professional speaker, but I'm 50 years old. Don't wait till you're 50 to remember that dream of who you want to be, who you know you are, who you know you must be. Don't let them take away your spark. Rage against the dying of that light. And as I progress through life towards this reimagining, reinvention of myself, refreshing my dream, giving it life, as I progress to this point, which luckily I remembered, I have gone my own meandering way. And I always wondered, why is it that I've lost my spark? I used to be so full of life. Why is it that I've lost my spark? And I remembered two people. One was Dylan Thomas, who said, rage against the dying of the light. But the other was Ernest Henley, a Welsh poet, who, when he was 12 years old, his father died and he had tuberculosis, and they had to cut off one of his legs as a result. And he looked forward only to hospitals, and the specter of death was at his door. But did he give up on his dream? No. He dreamt of being a great poet and writer. And in that hospital, right there, he wrote, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This was in 1875 that he wrote it, but those words, because he manifested his dream, they echo through the centuries to us, each of us, to hold that spark, to hold that dream close to your chest and cradle it, nurture it every single day. Every day is your assignment. Every day is your test. And I don't care if we've come from India, Argentina, China, Malaysia, from all over the world we've gathered here because we have a dream. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. You are a shepherd. New Zealand is a country full of sheep. You are a shepherd, and every one of your thoughts are sheep. And you see, if you close your eyes and imagine that you're in an emerald green meadow filled with fresh grass, and the sun is shining brightly, and there, your thoughts, your sheep are gambolling, happy, joyous. And you're watching them, and you feel that joy. Suddenly, two of your sheep start to stray towards the dark forest at the edge of the meadow. It's your job to follow them, catch them and bring them back into the sunlight. Because if you let them go into the forest, you're the shepherd. You will follow those sheep. You and them will get lost and will never be able to find this sunshine again. You are the shepherd and your thoughts are the sheep. Always keep your sheep in the joyous meadow, in the sunshine. That's where your dreams grow. That's where your dreams thrive. And yet, I have met so many students here, and some of them are doctors who've come here and continued, doctors from Russia who've come to Ntec and continued their education because they wanted to do something different in New Zealand. I've met engineers from India, from Nepal. I've met people who've done economics from Malaysia. And yet, in their second year or third year of studies here at Ntec, they become different. Oh, no, this stuff doesn't work. This stuff doesn't work. I just need to make a living. I'll apply to Burger King and flip burgers part-time. And they're just assignments. And then when I finish my bachelor's, hey, I've got a funny name, Nandini Doreswamy, very funny name. I can't get past an interview. They won't take me. They won't give me a job. Stop, back up, rewind. You are who you say you are. And I'll give you the great example of a man whose name was Barry. Because he was so ashamed of his real name, he was so sure that people would not call him by his real name, that when he was a young man, he just said, hi, I'm Barry. Because Barry was an easy name for everyone else in society to pronounce. That same man today is none other than Barack Obama. His name is Barack, and he's proud of it. He's made many people around the world proud of their name. We should be proud of who we are. Don't try to change who you are. Don't try to change your appearance, your accent, your name. Accents are only good insofar as communication is concerned. So if I can communicate with the other person, my accent is clear enough and neutral enough that they can understand me, that's a thumbs up. We don't need to put on another person's accent. Be who you are and follow your unique dream. So that's what qualifies me to stand here, because I almost allowed my dream to die. Almost. But fortunately not quite. I still was speaking. I was still speaking when I was in IT, when I was a surgeon, presenting at conferences, teaching other people how to speak and present in technical presentations. But now I'm doing only what I want to do. Lots of people here might think, oh, it's easy for her to talk, she's got money. And I swear to you that there was a point in my life when I opened my wallet and there was $19.20 in my wallet. I didn't have property, I didn't have bank accounts, I didn't have assets, I didn't have family backing. I had $19.25, and that was in the year 1999, when my entire life had reduced to just that amount in that wallet. And here I am, and I assure you, my bank account looks very different today. That's what happens when you follow your dream. The $19.20, that's what happens when you let your dream die. Don't ever do that to yourself. Don't ever do that to yourself. You are the master of your fate. And when there are days, grey, damp, endless days upon days of assignments and no jobs and job searches, and your friends laughing at you because you're still holding on and talking about your dream, know that you are right and they are wrong. You are right. Your dream is what matters. All of the rest of it, you will not remember in just 3 years' time. But manifesting your dream, that's what gives you joy. Don't ever forget that. If you want to be a pilot, go and be a pilot. Or focus in the best way you can every day towards becoming that pilot. Or engineer. Or whatever your dream is. Maybe you want to be an astronaut, and hey, that's not impossible.
Sorry to interfere in between, I have a question.
Please.
What was your mind or state of mind when you had this 19.20 in your wallet? It was running towards your dream?
Yes.
Or just you was fighting for your bread and butter?
That's a very, very good question. Excellent question. I'll tell you what ran through my mind when I opened my wallet and realized how much I actually had. What ran through my mind was, I am finally free. Because I can't go any lower and I have nothing to lose. So now, anything is possible. From this point on, the only way is up. So I had no fear. What else can happen to me? Nothing else can really happen that's going to be that wrong. I've run out of all my money. From this point on, all that can happen is me finding my freedom and me finding who I am. And I now know that even when all your money runs out, nothing bad really happens. I'm okay. I'm all right. All I have to actually think about is my next meal, and that's fine. I've still got $19. I'll have a meal, and tomorrow is another day. As Scarlett O'Hara, that famous character, said, tomorrow is another day. And that's I'm honestly telling you, I laughed because I felt free. I felt free of the shackles of society and pressure and, oh my God, she was a surgeon, what does she think she's doing? And she's got so much money, oh God, she's losing her money. All of those considerations. What people thought of me. Approval. My father's approval, my mother's approval, society's approval. It vanished. And in that space, I found myself. So thank you for that question. Was I lucky? Yes. Hand on heart, I will say, I was lucky. I think luck favors those who are brave and free and who don't cower down to what other people want them to do. I think luck will favor you if you refuse to let that spark die. If you focus and keep it fresh all the time. So please, today and always, I'd like you to remember the words of Ernest Henley. I am the master of my fate. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.